agent shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the Lord of hosts.
Yeah, you think that's Donald Trump, man? That's lord. That fierce, cruel, fucking overlord ruler, man.
Yeah, because hey, we don't see there being another president.
Nah.
You know, this guy just got back in there.
And he making too many war moves, man.
Yeah.
He taking too much shit over. He's setting up too much stuff, man.
Yeah, they got that Illuminati card game where Trump has a card on there and it's him and it's saying enough is enough.
Yep.
You know? It's gonna happen, man. You know, unless they take him out. Okay. Which, if he got taken out, man, and them MAGA boys, man, a lot of them already switched up on him. A lot of them are already like, fuck this guy.
If he gets taken out, they're gonna put somebody 10 times worse than him.
Right. That's right. But you know, he is that cruel lord, man. Look at him. You know? Talking about making America great again. This guy's making this place worse for you guys, man.
Yeah, no. You watch him on TV, you'd be like, I'm the greatest president ever. This is the greatest, strongest economy ever. Everything's better than ever. Everybody's all cracked out, fucking homeless. There's no jobs. Everything's overpriced. You know, you got people starving, bro. They had a food drive. I can't remember where. I saw a video about it. They had this big, where all these different farmers came together and they was feeding all these people that needed help. And they said it was so much people that they didn't even have enough for everybody, man.
Yeah, certain places you go, it's not even legal. It's not even legal in certain places for you to give out food like that. You know, they'll send in the health inspectors and all that and be like, you can't do this.
Yeah, because they want these people to die.
Yep.
They want you people to die. They want you to starve to death. Trump does too. He's part of it, man. You know, I know you got a lot of these people that are all for Trump and shit. You know, you got these jakes out here, but hey, man, Trump don't give a fuck about you. He wants you to die. This is Esau Edom we're talking about, man. He's gonna come down, have a great rap. He don't give a fuck if you wearing a Trump hat. Look, I support the government. They're gonna smoke your ass anyway, man. Or they're gonna say, oh, you support the government, well, we can get this chip. You gotta take this microchip now. And then they'll move you to an internment camp.
Well, that's what they're doing to those people. I guess they put them all in Utah. You know, all the so-called homeless.
Well, they got all them damn fever camps ready.
Yeah, they're saying if you refuse to go to a shelter or any kind of a mental health facility to help you out being homeless or having a mental illness, they can lock you up. And they're putting that in federal law. They put that in federal law. That's why you hardly see homeless people out here.
That's that scripture we're talking about. He spake as a dragon.
Heck, because a dragon is fierce. A dragon is like, do as I say or I'm going to eat you. I'm going to kill you. And that's exactly how, you know, these Edomite countries are starting to speak, man. Is do as thou wilt or die. Do what I say or die.
Yeah, you're either going to get this digital ID or you're going to be locked up.
That's right.
You know? Oh, you got, hey, man, they got them damn facial recognition AI cameras for the stores.
Relax.
So when they start using them things, they start using them things, man. But hey, that's gonna tie in with your social credit score, man. You ain't. They flag you as a thief. You ain't gonna be able to shop anywhere, man.
Hey, you know, going into these digital biometrics, you know, digital wallet. the microchip, these cameras, they can just deduct the funds from your account when you go and you take something.
Yeah.
Or when you go and commit a crime.
Yeah.
And then if you run, your balance runs negative, they can come and just lock your ass up.
Yeah.
Until you have enough credits or whatever you got to do to be rehabilitated. And if you speak against the beast, the scriptures say those that would speak, he caused to get put to death.
Those that would not worship.
Those that would not worship the beast, man.
The beast in his image.
Yeah, which we brought that out in the beginning of camp. This is that beast system.
Yeah, and that image that he's gonna push on you is gonna be this microchip, man.
This is Jeremiah 15:5. For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? Or who shall bemoan thee? Or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest? Thou hast forsaken me, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Thou art gone backward. Therefore will I stretch out my hand against thee and destroy thee. I am weary with repenting. See, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is sick of 2/3 of our people, man. Okay? He's saying, nah, this is it, man. That's why we're telling you, if you don't get right with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, when it's judgment time, he's just going to judge you. Okay? He said he's weary. He's gone tired of saying, okay, I'm going to have mercy on you. Fuck that. Because, hey, Jake don't fucking learn, bro. Jake don't learn until Jake don't learn. Alright? That's why Jake gets his ass put to death. You know, that's why Jake get fucking splattered by multiple unknown vehicles, man. That's why Jake be falling out of fucking skyscrapers. That's why Jake be getting shot up with the AK. Okay, that's why Jake be driving and fly out their fucking windshield and get splattered on the billboard, man. That's why Jake be getting ran the fuck over by a semi. What do they call him, a 16-wheeler? Okay. And we're telling, I brought these strange calamities up because that's what happened to guys that were in the truth. Okay? Every last one of those accounts, man. Okay? A guy thought he was going to go back in the world and become a drug dealer. He got sprayed up. Okay? The apostles talk about some guy that fell out of the old school and his son walked by the camp, fell in the street and got his head fucking ran over, man. Right in front of them. Okay, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, he's tired.
Yeah, that scripture said, I will also forgive you too.
Well, that was that dude's son.
Yeah, that's why, you know, that's what came to my mind. That's what came to my mind, you know, when you said that, because, hey, man, if you got kids, man, you got even more reason to serve the Lord, man.
Yep.
You got even more to fight for, man. You know, why that guy fucking Alizé, that guy got kids, man. That guy's an idiot. He forsook his children, man. The Lord gonna put him in his house to death, man.
Yep. This is verse 7. And I will fan them with a fan in the gates of the land. I will bereave them of children. I will destroy my people, since they return not from their ways.
Right, and that's what it's all about, is accepting Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Spirit of the Lord, man. Okay? It's not just about, oh, yeah, I know I'm an Israelite. You got to accept the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
You got to be a doer.
Alright? A doer of the word. That means you got to leave the world behind, man. You got to put off the mortal. You got to destroy this flesh, man.
Hey, that's a trip that you said that you got to leave the world behind. Because Yahweh Shai told his disciples, he said, if you can't carry your cross and follow after me, he's like, you're done. You had I believe it was David, Peter, Slok, same guy, same great man. Peter came and told the Lord, he said, Lord, he said, we had forsaken all and followed after you. What are we gonna get? And Yahweh Shai said, He said, those that have forsaken houses, forsaken wives, family members, brother, sister, daughter, son. When our kingdom is established, you're going to receive 100-fold. Okay? You watch them old episodes with that one we watched before at your spot, where they get the spiritual power and the wind would blow on them.
Right, yeah.
In there, it would show you that they left their houses, man. They left their children and their wife behind. You know, they said, okay, well, I gotta go be about this, and, we'll come back when we come back. And there was times where they went and visited their family. But when you actually read in the scriptures and go through historical evidence of what happened to the apostles, man, after they got Yahushua, they went around killing the apostles, man. They killed them. It talks about Peter was hanged upside down, crucified upside down. John was slain with the sword. Actually, John got his head chopped off.
Yeah,
and then he said James was killed with a sword.
John the Baptist got his head chopped off.
And put on a platter.
The other John, he got sent to the slave mines.
Yeah, that was John the Revelator. Yeah, he got sent to the island of Patmos.
Salt mines.
Yeah, and he worked there until he died. He was there in that, until he died. Yeah, Hashem Yahushua used him to write the book of Revelation. But he was there until he died, man. That's rough.
That's rough.
That's torture, man.
Yeah.
And this fucking devil, hey, the scriptures say that he's gonna do that to us, man.
He's gonna cast him into prison.
Yeah. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. And we do bring these scriptures out that are scary, but it's not for you to fear. In a sense, you bugging out and just saying, well, I'm gonna run away, I'm gonna kill myself. No, don't do that. Because in these scriptures is hope. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Yep. Hey. That's why, that's what this period of time is for, you to get your mind right. As it says in the scriptures, arm yourselves likewise. Because Yahushua, he knew what was going to happen to him. He knew what was coming, just like we understand what's coming. Alright? But we also know, that there's no actual death in Yahushua. If you die if you do the correct thing, if you get put to death, by as it says in the scriptures, the devil, alright, the adversary, which is Esau, the so-called white man, alright, you get put to death in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, standing up for the Lord, standing up for truth. Alright, then there's really no death for you. They say you're going to be raised up first.
Now there's death without Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. This is verse 11. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death.
Right.
Which that's the death.
Yeah. He that overcometh. So yeah, we are gonna be tested, man. The Lord's gonna put us through things, man.
Well, that's what it said in chapter 10, verse 10. It said, "Ye shall be tried 10 days."
Yep.
Which to be tried means to be tested.
So you gotta have the mindset of fuck this world, man. All this. Hey, well, Paul said, "I count it all dung
Right.
You know?
So that you can gain Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Right.
You gotta count it vanity for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
We don't have no life here in this world, man. And we ain't looking to make one.
Yeah.
That's why all these fucking guys that are singing you these lullabies, man. Hey, man, you're gonna be in pitiful case. It tells you that in Shabbat, man. It says you're gonna be in pitiful case. All right, because you over here thinking everything's gonna be fine. All right, you ain't preparing your mind for any adversity. All right, you marrying, you know, you having, you know, all these different parties, and you know, making all this money. You're in the spirit of mirth. You're in the spirit of, you know, abundance. Oh, you know, fucking what was it? Having marriages on yachts, having parties on yachts and shit.
Having bottle service women at the Passover.
Passover parties. You know, treating it like a damn. Like it's a festival. You're gonna be sorely confounded, you know, when these things come to pass.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 18. And it reads, "Flee fornication. Every sin that a man doeth is without the body. But he that committeth fornication sinneth against his own body. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost which is in you, which ye have of Yahweh, and ye are not your own? For ye are bought with a price. Therefore glorify Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai in your body and in your spirit, which are Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's." So when the brother said, you know, we don't have a life here, okay, our life here is to serve the Lord, you know. So when it comes to this world, yeah, we're like you. We got to get up and go to work, and we got to eat, okay? But you're not going to find us fucking at the bar every Saturday, Sunday watching the NFL football game getting drunk. Okay? If you do see us out there, alright, out in this world, hey, it's to use the world as not abusing this world. You Israelites were created to worship Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai and keep His commandments. Okay, you were not created to go out and abuse this fucking world. Because this world, it's operated by the spiritual demon Satan and his physical counterpart, man, which is Esau, the so-called white man. This is their world. So what's in this world is just demonic activity, man.
Wickedness, evil, man, and confusion.
Other than what you see right here on the highways and byways, certain days of the week.
And which this is not even of this world.
No, but it's in this world. As Yahweh Shai said, you know, Yahweh Shai said they are not of the world, but I pray that you keep them in the world to do this job.
Yeah, the scripture that we have, this treasure in earthen vessels.
Yeah, God. You know?
That's why we say we're not perfect, man.
Yeah.
But we're not going to put anything above Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. If something tries to get in the way of the Lord, man, you're going to kick it to the curb, man.
You have to. And that's what the demons do, is they try to be a hindrance, you know, to get that energy, to get your energy, when you could invest it in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know? Yeah, this is motherfucking public service.
But need to get his brake checked, right?
Yeah, that dude, he need to fix his brakes. It's his fucking mental brakes. If you got to slam on your brakes like that, that means you was going too fast. Oh, but then again, it's squeaking.
Yeah, nah, I think, they need to fix them brakes.
Man.
that's gonna get somebody hurt or the whole bus, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, and the time of judgment.
Yeah. And the scriptures say that the worms cover this place, man.
Yeah, this place is breaking down, man.
It's done.
It's falling apart.
Deteriorating.
Yeah.
If you know anything about horticulture, worms only eat, they're there to decompose. They eat the decomposed stuff and they make compost. They eat what's broken down. And they poop out minerals. These people are bugged out.
Yeah, man. The Lord's just gonna start killing these people soon, man.
Yeah. Well, like he did in Venezuela. Man, he's talking about going into Mexico, Cuba. They got ICE here, right? But real soon it's just gonna be actual fucking troops, man. Death squads, man. He's saying that ICE now has the ability to go door to door. If they go inside somebody's house, you got an illegal there or somebody without documents, best believe they're gonna go through every fucking nook and cranny of the house to find another reason to get more people there. And it's only a matter of time because the scriptures say they're gonna take people out of their houses, man.
Yeah.
They're already talking about how they could deport U.S. citizens.
Well, that's gonna be for us. That's going to be for us, dissenters, for those that they deem as thieves. They're going to say, well, they're not citizens anymore. They're, committed treason.
Right. Yeah, they're going to attempt, to get us.
Yep. Oh, they're going to try, man.
Yeah, they're going to try.
But the Lord, that's why we say, man, the Lord is really going to intervene, man. How about Shemi has angels around us, man? Like, it's real, bro. The Lord is real, man. That's why we that's why we say to repent and seek Yahweh Shemi Yahweh while the Lord is not, his hand is not short that he cannot save you, man. He can save you, man. He can save your house. Alright?
This Ecclesiasticus chapter 4, verse 28. Strive for the truth unto death, and Yahweh Shemi Yahweh shall fight for thee.
Right. Hey, just like, Daniel said, I ain't gonna bow down to your shit. And Nebuchadnezzar, he said, who's gonna deliver you out of my hand? Daniel said, my power will deliver me out of your hand. And if not, just know that I ain't gonna bow down to your shit. That was his mind.
Yeah.
He said, even if I don't get delivered, just know, fuck you, man. Fuck you and your idols.
Mm-hmm. That's why it says strive for the truth unto death. Okay. Hey, some brothers are gonna die in the faith, man. All right. Some brothers are going to die in the faith. That the scriptures say that. Okay? That they began to commend the men that stood so stiffly for Yahweh Shemi Yahweh. Alright? There's going to be men that are beheaded. Okay? Get their heads chopped off, man. But as we mentioned earlier, that's just going to be a temporary sting. You you're not going to even feel it. You're not going to feel it.
The Lord can there's just too many accounts of scriptures that show that the Lord will be with you in that. Hey, even if you got to get put to death, He's going to give you a different spirit. You're going to have a mighty spirit on you to deal with it.
Yeah, when it talks about the 7 sons that got killed with their mother, Antiochus, okay, he was searing one of that woman's sons in a frying fucking pan, man. Then you had this one brother watching his brother get fried up like that. He told him to his face, he said, look, he said, it's good being put to death by man to live again. He said, but as for you, you're going to have no resurrection to life. Because when you Edomites and your power system falls and you get put into captivity, when we have our kingdom, you're going to have a fucking life, man. Okay? You ain't gonna have no resurrection of life. Alright? If you have children, they're gonna be taken from you like our children were taken from us, man. And you're gonna live in a fucking cave. Okay? There ain't gonna be nobody coming. There ain't gonna be no EBT, no fucking welfare set up to help you. No, you're gonna be our fucking slave. And then when you get hungry, you're gonna have to find your own fucking food, man. And if we catch you eating a fucking worm or eating something abominable, we just gonna come through and stomp you out, you know? And then raise you back up and send your ass back to work. It's gonna be fucking vicious, man. Okay, the scriptures say we're gonna rule them with a rod of iron, man. The fucking iron fist. And it's gonna be all up in your head, man. You know? I had something I wanted to get. I think. Yeah, that was it though, you know? Strive for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai unto death. Alright, strive for this truth unto death, and Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai will fight for you.
Hey, remember Stephen, when he was going to be stoned?
That's what, yeah.
He said, I seen the heavens open and the angels of the Lord.
Yep.
You know, I seen,
He had what scientists call an OBE, out-of-body experience. Because they say when you're about to die, all them chemicals go through your brain.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't, like in movies when they show somebody about to die, like that badass movie Gladiator. And when he's in the arena at the last moment and he's seeing his wife and she's like, come to me.
Yeah. Well, I watched the video Apostle Kapar.
That's that OBE.
And it was talking about when 9/11 happened. And he said there was a guy that was in the tower that was on the other side of one of the towers that fell, and he was watching people as they were jumping out of the windows. And he was saying that it was like a spiritual connect. He said like felt like he was communicating with them, you know, telepathically. And it's like, because you watching this person about to die, bro. So you having this, you know, spiritual experience. And he said, like, he locked eyes with one dude, and he was like, he felt that in the dude's spirit was like, he was cool because he seen somebody was like there, you know what I mean? And he said when he watched them fall, he would see right before they hit the ground and splattered. Like he said right before he hit the ground, he would see their spirit fly out of their body. Their spirit, where they give up the ghost right before they would splatter on the ground.
Yeah, that's that out-of-body experience, man. You know, they show you that in you remember Baki the Grappler, that little anime?
Yeah.
And they tell him like the only way you can like ever rise above this level is if you conquer death or fear.
Yeah.
And then they're like, you have to go through a near-death experience in order to evolve.
Right, yeah.
So he like fucking throws himself off a cliff backwards.
Yeah.
And like as he's getting closer to like the bottom, like all that fear is going through him, and to the point where there's like a calm. And he's like, okay, because he's like, what could I do?
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, Esau actually has that documented, and Esau's the fucking devil, man. That's why he be going into cells and eugenics and all this stuff to try to find, you know, he got satellites, you know, pointed at the planet and pointed at outer space, like he can find Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. This fucking devil is so proud, he's building an army thinking he's gonna fight against the Lord, bro. They actually say that this fucking demon is opening portals to try to find where the Lord's at. Like for what, dude? You know the Lord will fuck you up. But he's the most proud.
Yeah.
You know?
To confirm it.
Like when I brought it out like a few times already. But Venezuela, what Esau did in Venezuela, that was just, it was great. But that was just small compared to what this guy really fucking has, man. You know?
Well, what he's about to do, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. But you know, as the scriptures say, he's gonna fight against the prince of princes, but he's gonna get crushed. So yeah, with that, you know, hey, keep the faith, man. Keep the faith and strive for the truth unto death, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you know, Adawan Ratazah, you know, he's with us, man. Hey, because somebody has to be part of that number, man. You know. But dare not make yourself part of that number. Don't boast. Just be humble, have faith, man. Alright, you guys know this one? Yeah. There you go, get him out of here.
Yeah, this is Romans 8:19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of God.
Which is the elect.
For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope.
Yep.
And that's the point, man, is that as long as we have this truth, as long as, you know, the Spirit of the Lord is dealing with us, we have hope. You know, as long as we're in our right minds, and, you know, we still have that connection with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We haven't lost patience or gave up, threw in the towel, went back into the world. You know, we're still out here fighting and striving. There's hope, man, and that's what we need, man. We need hope.
Hope maketh not ashamed, man.
Right.
God.
So keep that hope.
That's right. Alright, so with that, we're going to give all the praises, honor, and the glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Harakah Kudash. Double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well at Great Millstone. And Shalom to all you sincere Akim out there. Until next time.
Shalom.
Shalom.